Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Twitch.tv /SoMattyGameZ. What it do, baby boo? Good evening to all of you. My name is Jacob Plick, Duval King Jacob, on the internets, and tonight we have the wonderful, fantastic pleasure, as per usual, because it is every other Sunday. It is this Sunday. It is Dragons
and drag queens.
And drag queens? I want that episode.
Man, if you ever go back to Duval, we'll find out.
Rilo's here for it.
Rilo's here for it. Because we are down the clown. Anyway, this is episode 34 of Duval Dragons. Excited to be here with all of you. We are currently down one Dante Winters, aka Darth Ventura, aka head of me. Hopefully he'll be able to join us at some fashion or other at some point. But we do have a Chris back with us, which is great to see.
Huzzah!
So Chris,
hello everybody.
Who are you and who are you playing, man?
Well, I'm Chris, the bearded wonder, as some people call. I'm playing Satur Thunderfinder, the local lightning rod, otherwise known as the half-orc barbarian. But yeah, that's me. Hopefully I don't get struck by too many lightning bolts today.
I mean, we'll see, as I spill water all over myself. I'm an adult! Anyway.
You need to
yes,
up.
who are you? I do. Yeah. It needs a lid. Like, it's bad. Anyway, Jess, who are you? Who are you playing?
Oh, hello, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and buttholes. It me. I am not an adult. I am Jess. I'm FreckleSketches everywhere. And tonight, I am also Zakria, Fire Genasi Paladin, the leader of this ragtag and not so sometimes humble group of peoples, the Peacekeepers.
You the boss.
I'm the boss.
I'm the boss.
What does humble mean?
Never heard of her.
Literally said maybe not so probably humble, like so.
It's a pie, isn't it? It's a pie.
Do what you want with it.
Just so you know, Maddie, like I'm a little like I there's like two of my screens on the overlay, just so you know.
What's that?
Like if you look at the overlay, like there's like
oh geez, I can see that. Okay. I see what's happening. I know. Okay. I'm like, whoa, what is going on with that?
Sweat. Also, because we're professionals and stuff like that. Who are you and who are you doing? And who are you doing?
What are you doing?
And
who are you doing?
Who are you doing?
Oh.
Well, hey, what's up, folks?
Where the hell is Mark?
aka SoMattyGameZ, and I am that idiot who's like, fixing shit while he talks. So, hey, how you doing? I'm Maddie. I use he, him pronouns, and so does my character Rilo Rumblebelly, who is a petite-fling, which is just like a halfling tiefling, so petite fling. And he's a sorcerer / warlock, clockwork / celestial, and yeah, he has a pseudo dragon named Pepper, and he is delightful.
And the enforcer of the buddy system.
Yes.
Definitely.
And in general, kind of dumb. But delightful nonetheless,
No, I wouldn't say that you're dumb, though. I'd say that you're just a little slow.
He's not as bright. He's got a 7 wisdom, as you do.
We all have our dump stat. You know what I mean? Mine is also wisdom, so it's totally
Samesies.
So,
and Jake, who are you?
Yeah. Oh, hi. I'm me. I'm Sam and Gus and everybody else, not named these people. Because I'm the Dungeon Master. Yay! So, we're gonna switch it up a little bit because I have been doing about 30 episodes of recap. So let's see who wants to do the recap. Not Jess.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't here,
Okay,
so that doesn't mean I can do it.
Not,
All right.
not the one who's prepared. It's fine,
I-
sure.
I got
Fuck
this.
you too, Jacob.
This is fine. As long as I can role play this, then yeah, I can do the recap.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
All right. Huh. So, all right. Well, what happened? Oh, okay. So we were like getting ready to fight, or something, because like there were these like jaguar spotted displacer beast displacer something, right? Like those weird tentacle thingies, and they're phasing in and out. And then I disappeared. And then all this crazy stuff happened. And I was like with my friends again from like other planes, and like we were like in a trash can. And then we were like doing all this stuff, and then we were riding on the back of my friend who like turned into like an albino T-Rex. And I made them fly. And then a red dragon showed up and threatened to kill us. And then we came back. And yeah. And then like Dante like was like a T-Rex and like chomped one of those displayer beasts and chomp into oblivion. And then they all ran away. And it was rather anticlimactic. Is that the word? Is that right? Is that how you say that? Huh? Okay. And so like we're like deciding what to do. And so we like bring out the peacekeep, like as you see right here. And like chilled and rested and stuff. And I think I ate a lot of food. Yeah, I ate a lot of food. I was very hungry. And then we had like talks and stuff, and like shit got real, man. And then then we went to sleep. But before that happened, there was like this dude who was like a mushroom, but like not. Who came to the door and was like, "Oh, like, you're in my way, blah blah blah." So we had to all get out of peacekeep so we could turn it back into like a thing, like a little thing, and then like just like move it 5 feet. So that all these like little mushroom dudes could like walk across like this road that was not a road, right? And so yeah, and then like we just went back into peacekeep and they went on their way. Though they told us some stuff, and something to do with like, oh, I forget. Maybe Zakria knows. I don't know, but it was really interesting, and yeah, and then and then we went to sleep and stuff, and we talked, and yeah, I think that's all I remember.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
I don't know.
A little bit of stuff with Dave, a little bit of a conversation, and
oh my god, like totally, I forgot. I did talk to Dave. Dave talked back. Dave doesn't always talk back, but this time he did, and it was interesting. And I think that guy, what was it? It was the oh gosh, I can't remember the name. The
collector?
The what?
The collector?
The collector.
Which guy?
Yeah. The collector might be my dad. And though I was like worried that might be true, Dave did not sway or rest that worry. No. He only amplified it by saying you should talk to him and use your amulet. Oh, that's also right. He said I could totally use the amulet and it'd be fine. No worries. Like, go nuts. So, yeah. And we talked about taking the amulet and going to help our friends against the Red Dragon. Because we're going to die. The end.
Indeed.
The best recap ever.
Indeed. Pretty good. I really liked it. I give you inspiration, but you already have some. So I'm going to give you something different that will be revealed at a dramatically appropriate time.
Hot.
So, pretty good. I'd also add in, but of course, even though Rilo was not there for this, some interesting conversation between Zachria and Dante. Perhaps a level of connection finally blossoming, all while Dante took off his ring of mind shielding and had a bit of a conversation with his mother and a paper bird from his sister, who told him to fuck off, but would also look into the 7 thing that he's a little worried about. All while everyone continues to look for their long lost friend Sven and perhaps deal with a ancient black dragon by the name of the Grave. That was last time. Then everyone went to bed. So, as you all arise this morning with your long rest, I assume Zachria, as per usual, up early, coffee, tea on the horizon.
Oh yeah,
Little
up
bit
early, coffee. She needs something stronger than tea today after yesterday's events. Up early, coffee. She's gonna step out of the peacekeep for all of a few seconds to find like some dead leaf to feed to Beetle Melora.
Okay.
And yeah. Not gonna go out of her way to wake anybody up. Specifically. Just gonna wait, make herself some breakfast.
All right.
The usual.
So you mentioned stepping outside.
Yeah, just for a brief second to like grab a dead leaf off the ground.
As you do that,
Uh-oh.
there's a familiar sense of being watched. It's never really left. But what's different is that you step outside and you open the door, you are immediately hit by this cloud of mosquitoes that sort of just like dissipates around you and then just flies off.
Oh, I hate that.
It'll take you more than a minute to find that dead leaf that you were looking for, but that familiar yellowish fog still envelops the area.
Can Zachria, in that brief second, with that feeling of being watched, can she take a moment to see if she sees any of the displacer beasts?
Make a perception check.
Okay. It's not bad. 14 plus 6, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. Give me 1 sec.
Sure, it's fine. Sure, it's totally fine.
It's fine. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Not a big deal at all. So with the dirty 20, as you sort of focus, the sort of sound that immediately hits is the familiar buzzing of the mosquitoes that you encountered as you opened the door. And you see the familiar outline of a total of 4 teal eyes in the underbrush, about 80 feet away, towards the from your vantage point towards the left, which would be the southeast.
Okay. With
Then
that,
catching your gaze, they disappear into the brush.
loudly, she's gonna just, damn, I was feeling a little peckish before she slams the door shut.
Sure. What about the rest of you?
Does the slam wake them up?
I'd say, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
As her leaving would have woke Satur up, I would have gone upstairs to look around from the top of the keep.
Perfect.
What would I have seen from the top of the keep? I would
Make a
have heard
perception
this
check.
I was gonna say I definitely would have heard her explanation. So
No doubt.
so perception.
Oh, real quick also, while she's having breakfast, she's gonna just do a silent, just in her head prayer to Melora to guide them through the jungle.
All right.
She's not looking for anything out of it, just a prayer to herself to
Just
make
doing
herself feel better.
Yep.
14 for perception as I was on the top of the keep.
14. You sort of look around, seeing the cloud of mosquitoes dissipate. That's about it. And the collection of mushrooms that you were all advised about last time, but that's about it.
Okay. Hearing the exclamation, I'll make my way back downstairs, knocking on doors to make sure people are awake, going, "Hey, it's breakfast. Come on, let's go."
I'm coming.
Oh.
Hey, unless you want it gone, you better hurry.
The
Make
Sam
my
and
way
Gus's door
downstairs.
opens, and they very drowsily, like, not fly, but sort of like float down stairs. Morning. It's morning, right?
As morning as that it ever could be in the jungly area, I suppose. Not a whole lot of light inside. What'd you see outside?
No, I mean, I was just stepping out real quick to get a leaf for, and Zachary's going to gesture toward the beetle in her empty breakfast plate, chewing on a little dead leaf. But yeah, those beasts came back. They've just been watching. I saw them last night too. Also, point of order, there was when I opened the door, there's a lot of mosquitoes around. Might want to actually, can Zakaria check herself to see if any of them bit her at all?
Yeah, like an investigation check.
What was that? Oh, that's not bad. Okay. That's it. Cool. As I drop everything. Another dirty 20. 18 plus 2.
Another dirty 20. Hey, look at that. You don't feel anything. Yeah, you don't kind of do a quick kind of glance around and look around, and doesn't appear to be.
I don't like the idea of mosquitoes around.
Ryla's gonna walk downstairs. What? Mosquitoes, like... But aren't we still in the desert, man? Like, what are mosquitoes doing around here?
Oh, morning. I don't know. The air is kind of not acrid. Doesn't. It's got a weird sensation about it.
Oh, right.
It's not right.
The dragon. Oh, spies. More spies.
That's my guess as well.
Oh, cool. So, what are we doing again today?
We're hunting for Sven. Getting some mushrooms.
Hi.
Maybe encountering a dragon if things go well. Outside of its lair, preferably. But there's no guarantees of that we may have to just suck it up.
When do you ever hear that statement said? Like, if we're lucky, we'll encounter a dragon. Huh. If we're lucky.
I wouldn't mind getting my pole arm in between his eyes.
No, yeah, totally. But I'm just saying, like, when do you ever say that? That's like, this is a new vernacular for us, and I'm just startled. Like, how
far we've come.
Like a whole week and a half makes, man.
It's like you said, Rilo, one crisis at a time.
Well, personally, I'm not looking forward to locking up with a dragon, but
Well, I'm not saying we're looking forward to it, but
finding our buddy Sven would at least help us find out what's going on up north.
I don't really get a chance to like spend much time with Sven. So, what was he like?
I didn't work with him very often. In fact, I only had the one occasion to see him. But did you have much interaction with him?
Working mostly.
Oh,
It's he's good at his job. He got shit done.
so like the work Sven, but not like the Sven.
I can't say we didn't hang out. I saw him at the gym a few times.
Isn't that just work?
No, I like being at the gym.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
a lot. Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know about that. Yeah. No.
It's okay. It's not for everybody.
Everyone has their thing, but
Yeah.
what besides his work, was he a good guy or just an unreadable guy?
To say unreadable. He cared.
Okay.
He cared a lot about stuff people in our position don't usually have the luxury to care about.
Well, hopefully finding him will gain some insight on, what's going on with the king and everything. Because that must have been one heck of a conversation, trying to get fired like that and stuff, right?
Well, if that doesn't give us insight, I did send a letter asking directly.
Say what?
I asked the king directly what the fuck is going down.
Wow.
I explained everything. I mean, he's spying on us already. What the fuck else is there to hide? We're not losing anything by just being forthcoming, from what I understand. So, I just sent him a letter asking what the hell is up, why he feels like he needs to spy, that we've never done anything to directly harm Duvalia, and that I never would.
Rilo immediately walks up and hugs Zakria. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, how does she feel about that?
Oh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that did not. Yeah.
Heads, she doesn't hide how she's feeling about it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a heads. She's gonna she flinches first before she's just like, she's already had a night. It's already kind of like, it's starting to be a morning. Just from like residually. And she just kind of like, I haven't heard that in a while.
Oh.
Thanks.
Yeah. I mean,
Sam joins you in the awe.
I was like, I know it was really difficult, and I know how you are about loyalty in your job and everything, and being that direct with power is not your comfort zone,
Oh no, it's not.
So I'm really proud. That right there is really, I know we joke about it a lot, but that right there is why you're the leader.
Well, it was not an easy letter to pen. I'm not exactly the most eloquent.
I wouldn't say
But-
that. You're
I think
very
it-
eloquent.
I'm told I can be a little brutish.
Not that I know a whole lot about eloquence, but you know.
I mean, we've got the
hope
best third-party examples here, and she's gonna motion to Sam and Gus.
Wait. Sam especially.
Hi guys.
Morning.
You sleep well?
Kinda. You know, like it's odd. I don't know, I don't want to speak for Gus, but I'm feeling pretty good today.
It's
One
good.
crisis at a time.
Right? Right? It's like our new motto.
Words to live by.
Should write that on the peacekeep.
You
I wasn't
graffitiing
gonna-
the peacekeep?
What? No, I didn't do anything.
I
She
wasn't
got a
gonna correct
plaque.
anyone. But since we're all here talking about it, it's only me that said that, so
Oh, you need credit, Gus.
I
Recognition.
mean, I'm not it seems we're talking about recognition after
It's a good quote.
Very good quote.
Thank you for sharing it with us.
Oh, okay. And like he like kind of like floats down a little bit, like a little sheepish, and Sam just goes, "I've never seen you like this before."
Credit where credit's due.
Oh wow, this is great. Oh, you guys are one of us. I love it. See? I just knew it was.
Oh, see,
Honorary?
I'm glad I'm not the only one with those sentiments. I told them they were honorary peacekeepers last night.
Oh,
Oh, I wasn't
good.
gonna say anything. But okay, cool. So like we're in and stuff.
Totally made my day.
I don't see why not. You've been more help to us than hurt literally all of the time.
Uh-huh.
Like,
See?
you've never done anything to harm us. I don't see why,
Aye, action speaks louder than words, and your actions have proven such so far.
Hey,
you're keeping O'Rilo safe when we can't see him, at least, so. And vice versa. I'm glad he keeps y'all safe.
like
Maybe I worry.
Sam just starts to like just spin in the air, just like.
Aw, that's great.
Here, Zakir, I worry that your letter might. I mean, the king did banish Sven. I worry that might cause Sven undue issue. If he's as okay with magic all of a sudden as he seems to be, and I'm not the most magic inclined person, but I've seen magic do amazing things, like teleport us to weird places already.
Uh-huh.
If he's okay with, can't you teleport great distances with magic?
Oh, of course.
What if there's a problem with him and the king, and he decides to silence Sven before we get to him because of your letter?
Why would you put that out in the universe, Satur?
Now the DM's gonna fuck it. No, I'm kidding. No.
If it was already done and
I know,
all
right?
of this was for naught.
I'm just saying, like, oh my god, like, why would you even think that? Like, that's just like a terrible thought. Oh
Look,
god,
it's
it's
just
probably
something
already
that-
happened.
The way I see things, he knew anyway. He's been spying on
Did he?
us for I don't know how long. Dante received a letter asking for him to spy on us, and Dante thankfully refused. He didn't have to.
Where is
But
Dante?
But he refused. It may do Sven under stress, and we can burn that bridge when we get to it, but...
Don't you mean cross?
No, I don't.
Oh boy. Okay. I mean,
But I'm just saying, it's... At this point, we're saving our asses. We're going to Sven to get answers. And if we're not meant to hear those answers, per my king, I can't say that I can't say that I combat that. It sucks. It sucks that I just have to take that word for what it is, but that's my oath right there. So if the king would like to explain himself, I invited him to. But if the king's already not hiding certain things from us, like that he's spying, like that there's other weird shit going on, then I don't see why he has the need to hide whatever Sven has to say from us. Because we'll make our own goddamn decision. And if it's to protect Duvalia, that's what I'm here for.
I just have a bad feeling that we're gonna find Sven not here now.
We'll find that out.
Okay. We're just...
One crisis at a time. And Zakaria's gonna nod toward Gus.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then we'll just have to deal with that circumstance when it comes up, as you are saying. One crisis at a time.
I just had an amazing idea. Rilo.
Huh.
Those, small mushroom people.
Yeah,
You speak their language, right?
I do.
Do you think maybe they might have seen a frog man running around? Maybe you want to ask him if we can find any around when we're picking mushrooms?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Might be smart to just ask the denizens if they've seen anything.
Yeah. It's a very good idea.
Because what's worse is if Sven's not here because there's also a dragon here and the dragon ate Sven, and now we've got a different fucking problem to deal with.
Oh, why would you put that in the universe?
I'm going to prepare speak with dead. No, I'm kidding.
This is the darkest timeline.
Yep.
Maybe just more prepared timeline. Doesn't mean it happens. We'll just be we're prepared.
Prepared. Huh. Yep. Yep. That's the word I'd use.
And that is why I have a bottle in my pack.
How you prepare, Satir?
Kind of what?
Aye, with a bottle.
A bottle.
So much.
Well,
Did you have to go
I
potty?
guess-
Like, what's the bottle for? I don't get it.
I hold up a nice brown amber bottle.
Oh, you already went potty.
Sure. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
Ollie, Spike. That's what that was.
I'm not sorry.
Well, once I guess everyone has had their fill of Breck, let's put the keep away and start looking for some mushrooms, eh?
And what's Phil like? Cause I don't think I ever get full.
Fair, but
No, I'm lying. I'm lying because I ate those sandwiches and threw up.
aye.
But
Let's not get to that point.
Oh, and Dante usually gives you those
Sandwich and threw up?
berries, right?
Oh yeah, those are great. Yeah, like I tried the eating contest at the sandwich place. Um, was it Blue Boys or was it the Chic? I don't remember.
No, the
There's
Chic is where I like to
There's
eat.
Blue Boys. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I, was like this close to finishing both those sandwiches before those sandwiches made a very violent exit
Aye, they finished you from what I hear.
out of my mouth. And on our old friend once. I'm sorry,
A lot.
Cyrus.
It's all right.
Man, like we got our new title, and we're just learning so much.
Horace. That's right. I'm mixing up names and stuff. Oh boy. Anyway, no, our friend was Horace.
More coffee?
He was not Silas Underwood. That's not the name. Golly, Briarwood. Jeez, I am mixing shit up all over the place right now, man.
I hear Silas Underwood, and now I'm just Matt Mercer as Silas singing before he cheats
Yep,
in
yep.
my
That's it. That's it.
That's what I need. I'm gonna tweet at him right fucking now.
Tweet at him now.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna stop talking now and finish eating, and then I'll go get my pack.
Yeah, let's go wake up Dante and or wake up Dante since Dante just rests or whatever.
What do you mean by wake up Dante?
He says he doesn't need to sleep as much as we do, so he just rests, didn't he?
Did he tell all of us this stuff?
I'm pretty sure he told that to us because it was like a watch thing recently.
Around less sleep.
I'm like 90% sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty confident.
I just but we don't know the details,
Nope.
No. Right.
Nope.
I don't think so.
Well, 3 people do.
It's like an elven thing or something. I don't know.
He's Elven?
I think.
He doesn't look Elven.
Not too sure, honestly.
And maybe he has some elven blood in him.
Maybe he's like a little fey.
That makes sense.
There's
fey
a lot of
is
fey
full
creatures I've
of
seen.
Fuckery, man. Oof.
I've seen a lot of fey creatures who just don't fucking need to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, never fuck with a fey, man.
Zakria and Satir, what's your passive perceptions?
I think I'm at a 16.
Passive?
Correct. 16.
Passive
Yeah.
perception 22.
22. You both, as Zakria is describing this, see Sam and Gus pass a look to each other.
Zakria's gonna shoot Sam and Gus a look really quick. Try to just...
Yep. Yeah. Then they just... Yeah, okay. All right, we're going to get ready too.
Okay, cool.
See you in a few minutes. And they fly up back upstairs.
Is Sator making
Yeah.
very clearly? Okay.
This is really this is a really dry piece of lettuce.
While Rilo's just not paying attention, Zakria's gonna shoot Sator a look that basically says, I've got it, we'll talk about it later.
Aye. I am going to go get ready. And I will exit the lunch kitchen area and will head to my room to go pack my gear for the day.
Okay. Cool. So, as you all begin to pack up, preparing for the day ahead, and anything that you you wanted to do before what I assume is Satir bring the Peacekeep back to its normal 1-inch cubic form.
After everyone's out, of course, down to a cube it goes.
Yeah, 10d10 bludgeoning damage, no problem. I think everybody will be fine.
Bring it on!
Bring it on!
Need a
Graves
long rest
turn.
now. Shit.
Yeah. Right, we just got one. Anyway. So yeah, back on the swampy forest floor. The sounds of distant wildlife picking up. Crickets here. Or here or there, every now and again. You do catch the eye of a raven or two, just flying by, in the as the yellowish fog continues to envelop. So what's the marching order, fam?
I'm in the middle.
Zakril would hold up the rear.
Okay. That means Satir, you're up front.
I'll take the lead.
Okay.
With that passive perception of 22, it's fairly.
Yes, queen.
And
I'd
a
put
survival
Dante-
plus 11.
I'd put Dante somewhere in the middle. Like, keep all the squishy people in the middle.
Indeed. My browser just crashed, so I'm going to restart that.
No!
Back into no, which
What's
means
he
that I
doing?
got to go back into both Roll20 and Google Meet. So bear with me for a second. Talk amongst yourselves, because you do have a few paths ahead of you.
For your note, Jacob, if nobody's claiming Jaegering Dante, if we do get into a skirmish, I will happily.
Voltaire's tribute, great. That's wonderful. Okie dokie.
We
No.
did note mushrooms nearby, so
You did.
I would take a moment, like as we're preparing to go. If me and Rilo are just standing there waiting, Rilo and I would should take Rilo and just real quick go pluck what we can.
Yep,
Before,
exactly.
Satora shrinks the Peacekeep down to keep him in the Peacekeep.
Got it. Cool. Yeah, not a problem. And it was already mentioned that there were no myconids in this particular small area, so you have nothing to worry about as far as inhibiting anyone's rest or otherwise. So yeah. So you and something that Zakaria mentioned is because as Harbor kind of mentioned, like the sort of you're inhibiting the path, and Zakaria was like, well, "What path are you talking about?" As the path that he recognized, that you see nothing but large areas of underbrush, and as Satura mentioned earlier, holy shit, this is going to take a while, because there isn't really a path. It's just a collection of overgrown grass with a hint of yellow sort of at the edge, splitting it from a green to yellow as it seems to have gotten larger. But you were also told that the grave seems to be somewhere towards the southeast. But you could make your way elsewhere if you wanted to.
Hey, so which way do we want to go? Are we just going straight down, or what's the idea, guys?
Well, so we need to find Sven, and we know that Sven came through here or something, or probably came through here, or we think that he came through here.
Aye, that was the last we knew, is he came through this way. We don't know which way.
Yeah, so if I would assume that if Sven came through here and is still alive and whatnot, then it probably wouldn't be in the direction of the dragon. So I would hypothesize that we should probably go not towards the dragon, but maybe like in another direction, right?
Aye, so south. If the dragon's supposed to be in the east, we go to the west.
Right. That's
So
my
southwest.
hypotenuse. Yes.
Aye, that's easy enough. We should at least, I think so, and we could at least somewhat get an idea of which way we're going. Did you want to ask the mushroom things before we go?
If I find one, I haven't really seen one yet.
Okay.
So I'll keep my eyes peeled and stuff. I mean, I'm not like super great at like noticing stuff, but I am trained to do it despite my deficiencies. If you catch my drift, wink, 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 wink. So I'll keep my eyes peeled, for
Okay.
that. Yeah.
So we'll start navigating our way southwest.
Oh, and one more thing before we head off here, I would like to do magic. I'm
Love to see it.
going to mechanically, Sam and Gus are one person, right?
Say it one more time.
Mechanically, for the game purposes, like Sam and Gus are like one character.
Correct.
Okay. So if I was to like cast aid, they would only count as one person.
That's correct.
Okay. So I would like to cast aid with a third level, one of my third level pack slots, on Sam and Gus, myself, and Dante. No, wait, Dante's a druid and has like all that like extra hit point magic stuff. So I will cast it on Zakria because she's a leader, and that will increase. Whoops, I think I just put that in the thing. No. Well, so all of our max hit points go up by 10, and our hit points go up by 10. So,
Very nice.
and that will last for the next 8 hours.
Nice.
So there's that. Because clockwork magic.
Nice. Very cool. So, have you cast aid before? I don't think so.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. So, what does it look like, my dude?
So like the ever-present like dull, like very faint ticking that accompanies Rilo wherever he goes starts to get a lot louder, and you start to see like these spectral like gears kind of appear around his head and start spinning around as like his hand movements like now when he casts spells, they tend to move with the ticking of the clock sounds and whatnot, and look a lot more mechanical in nature as they move. And he starts to
Pop and lock.
yeah, it's kind of like that in a sense. And
Amazing.
Domo Arigato. And yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. That's my truth.
That's my truth. You'll love to see it. All right. So, and I would love, as we kick into traveling gear, for the lovely group to give me a survival check, please.
What does that mean, lovely group?
Well,
Lovely. Never heard of her. That is making this
That would be a 23 for Sator.
Okay. That is not Brother's Day. Okay. All right.
twice. I don't know why.
I got a
Anyway.
17.
Hey, look at that! Look at him go! Look at him go! Look at
Natural
him go.
19.
For a 17.
For a 17.
Gang gang.
12 for 23.
Gang gang.
Okay.
10 for mom.
Um,
Dante gets a 24.
that sounds about right.
Yeah, fucking
Okay.
does.
Fucking good life. All right. So after a good while, you begin to travel for about feels like a few hours. The warmth of the woods is beginning to hit, and you're as the not quite exhaustion setting in, but the sort of the adrenaline of travel begins to set in, and along with the a bit of the heat. But it is not super uncomfortable. It's just a little bit, especially since you just got out of the desert. It's something that you probably set in to be a little bit used to. And
Just the shift
begin
in
to-
community, really. Yeah.
exactly
It's okay.
all that heat.
Easy.
But eventually you come to this small clearing that in this small what appears to be pond. The problem is it's this brackish looking liquid with the consistency of what appears to be tar-ish.
I don't want to know what that is.
And you see like a burble of a couple of bubbles that sort of hit the surface.
I want to pick up like a twig or something.
Sure.
Just like toss it in there.
All right. Yep. Toss it in. And then the burbling kind of continues, and then it begins to sink completely into whatever this liquid is.
Is there a smell that goes with this black
Um,
tar-like substance?
It's odd because that's probably what is the larger takeaway is there doesn't seem to be, but you're also you're still in this yellowish fog, and that sort of like small like sulfuric taste still is really what is entering your senses here. As you get closer, that doesn't seem to change.
Does the fog seem to be coming from this bog-like place?
No.
Tar-like? No.
Mm-mm. Nope. It's all around you.
I'm gonna get low, like
oh,
lay
go ahead.
on my belly and touch the surface. As I'll reach out and touch it.
Okay.
Not like I'm gonna like just my hand, fingertip like touch.
So
Zakria is going to stay close to Sator as he does this, just keeping an eye out.
okay. As you do, you begin to feel a little bit of a pull.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to like break surface, like just the tippy tips. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then I'll back off of it. I think this is not. We don't want to be anywhere near this place.
With that, Zakria is going to use one of her divine senses to detect good and evil. If it's within 60 feet, celestial fiend or undead that's not behind total cover, she can see it.
Indeed. Don't get a pulse anywhere within 60 feet.
just from the little tappy touch I did with that black tar-like stuff. Anything that hits that's gonna get sucked in. I felt a little, just my fingertips felt like they were getting pulled.
So go snake. Thankfully, we can fly.
Aye, but what happens if you get knocked down while you're flying over it?
I did not think that far ahead.
Aye.
Yeah,
So,
don't fly over it. Like, yeah, no. We'll walk
Don't
around
get-
it, right?
Don't get hit into it either. But let's keep a big, wide berth.
Yeah,
Try to stay close to each other. Excuse me.
just like
It's the coffee.
just walk away from it.
And on either side of this clearing, there's about what appears to be about 10 or 12 feet on either side. So you certainly could walk around it from this perspective without having to go off into the larger trees that are encompassing this particular area.
hey, before we move, do we have the feeling we're still being watched?
Oops. It's never really left.
Equipment check, everybody. Does anyone have a good chunk of rope?
I should. Give me 1 second. Let me check my bag. Yeah, so like 50 feet of rope.
Aye. Okay, good. Because in case someone goes in, we need a way to get them out. And rope might be the only way we can.
I might have some tricks up my sleeve as well.
Aye, that's fair, but
But no, that's a good. It's still good to have both. Am I the only one with rope?
I was asking.
Don't carry rope. Yeah.
You have like an explorer's pack or an adventurer's kit or whatever. You should have some.
I have rope as well.
Dante's got rope.
Alright, so as long as we have enough rope, that way if we have, as long as 2 or 3 of us have rope, we should be fine. But
Yeah, let's
Being
keep a
able to
wide
tie
berth and be
off.
careful.
as long as we're able to tie off the closest big trees from that bog are 10, 15 feet away. And then to the center of that bog is from the bank is how far?
About 40 feet. And by the way, when I say the area around it, it's still that large underbrush for you to essentially crunch through. So it would still be considered difficult terrain. But you can still walk through / on.
Okay. Just be careful, everyone. Wouldn't want to have to go swimming in that to fetch someone out.
hmm
I don't want to do that. No.
Stick close.
So who's going on what side?
Do we want to stay together on the side and just work around, or do we want to
Yeah,
split?
yeah. No, stay together.
All right.
Buddy system.
So, do we have enough room to be single file, or is it 2 abreast?
Yeah, you would. You would. Left or right side?
What way is west?
Well, it sort of ends and kind of cuts down into.
It cuts directly through the middle.
Well, I'm just
Huh?
saying, like, so like
From here,
so we're going
if you were
we're going
to go,
south, right?
Yep,
Southwest.
and you're trying to go.
So
Yeah, if you're going southwest, it would be the right side.
that'll be the right. Yeah, we'll go on the right side. I want to stay
Okay.
as far west as we can. You know,
Okay.
Yeah. that's
Lovely.
the goal.
Okay.
In Rilo's head. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Sounds like a good idea.
So how is everyone just tied together? Like, what's the situation there?
I don't think we're tied. We're just having the rope ready.
Just in case we need to grab somebody. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. Cool. Sounds good. All right. So, as you begin to sort of walk over and sort of shimmy along the right side, the burbling seems to decrease just a little bit.
Does it seem to follow us?
Make a perception check.
Perception. That would be a 12.
Wow, interesting.
Passive is 22.
I did have one thing. Quick correction. Right at the tail end, sort of just outside of eye shot, Korea, you do get a small ping of undead.
Okay. At the tail end, in what direction?
Directly to where you're headed past this bog-like situation.
Okay, toward the right?
Towards the right.
Okay. Zachariah is going to just quietly say that there is something that shouldn't be here. Feels like an undead. She's saying this as she's like clutching her holy symbol. It's in the direction that we're going in, but we want to be careful.
You just hear Sam go, that's it.
Okay. All right.
You see the outline of what was the so you rolled right?
I did. It was a 12 on a direct roll, 22 on a passive.
Okay, 12. Yeah, nothing really sort of catches. With the exception of one, and everybody sees this, as that burbling sort of picks up, you see the outline of this long bone that just kind of burbles up to the surface, and then the outline of a large rib cage, and then attached to it, as it floats to the surface, the outline of what appears to be a horse. Skeleton. And you see Sam just go, and Guts grabs his mouth.
Well,
Warbles, and just sits floating up.
If we're frozen here watching this, Zachariah's gonna like nudge the person in front of her. Probably Dante. Just get going.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, Satoru, turn back, look, motion, and start walking.
Yep.
Just keep moving.
Sounds good.
And Zachariah's gonna start like walking sort of sideways backwards, try to not lose sight of whatever creature could be here. But she's gonna try to like keep it diagonal.
Yep.
So like on one hand she could see this creature, and on the other hand she's got her eyes fixed to where that ping was.
Yep. Totally.
So if you have your eye on the bog and wherever your pinging is, I'm keeping an eye on the prize and the forest.
Okay.
Perfect. So, yeah, and you just see like they're just floating along, and like eventually he'll let Sam go, and Sam's just like, and just keeps floating along, if you will. And the sort of connection. There you are, Jeremy. I knew it was sleep. Why don't you come on in, buddy? We missed you.
Quick, before I Jaeger Dante under Zachariah's polearm. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. And as that, because how long does Divine Sense last? Is it just a ping and then it's done?
It's an action.
Okay, gotcha. So that's about it then. Fair enough. And you hit this as this kind of clearing sort of dissipates back into the large underbrush as you begin to again hear the familiar crunch of underneath your boots and or shoes for those of you that are on yay old ground. Assuming you continue on, and a little something. There we go. And that underbrush sort of continues on without issue for about another hour or so of travel, and you come to the outline of a much larger pond. This time, not the consistency of whatever that boggish is. It's actually it appears to be water, just from your vantage point from here. And you see the outline of these 4 large bushes just at the end, and this like small clearing that just sort of ends and then juts down about 10 feet or so into the outline of a small, what appears to be beach.
Okay.
This is weird.
So we're right in the middle of beach. Bigger pond.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up a branch and I'm gonna throw it in.
Okay. Kerplunk. Floats.
Interesting.
This looks more like water than the bog like
does.
before.
It does.
There's no sizzle.
Yep. No sizzle.
Okay.
No
that's
steak.
good. All right.
It's what may take you back, not take you back, but may be surprising, is it's very peaceful. Initially, you realize that you're not hearing the sounds of mosquitoes or crickets, and that feeling that you had about being followed or being watched seems to have dissipated.
Oh, this is interesting. A very interesting development indeed. And I have no.
I'll motion to the group to hold, and I'll go down and touch the wall. I'll lay it out like I did before, and touch the surface.
Real quickly, as you begin to walk, you see what initially looks like the outline of the sun, and then it sort of is smaller and smaller and smaller as this large spherical yellow light just descends slowly.
Zakria is holding onto her halberd. She's just
Yeah, I'm not.
don't move.
I haven't-
Satur, don't
I'm not-
move.
I'm not pulling Mary. I'm just.
Is that Dave?
And then there's a separation.
Okay.
You see 3.
Uh,
1,
click,
2,
click.
3. Welcome, buddy. Glad to see that
Yeah.
you woken
Oh,
up.
nuts. I lost one. Hold
The
on.
pl-
Where'd it go? Nope, that's not it. There it is. Oh, that's the wrong one. Ah! Oh, that's right. I know what I did. I
What'd
moved
you
it.
do?
Ah, I found
Moved it. I don't exist
Ah,
right now.
Magic.
Magic.
We're professionals.
We're professionals.
I
By the way, while you're looking
am-
at that, I don't think the captions are working.
Wait. Oh, because I. Yeah, here we go.
They dropped off when the camera shifted. I'm sure.
Wait, why did that happen? They're on. Where did they go?
May
Oh no.
Mayhaps.
Hold on. Oh, I
I
think
said they
Holding-
were working.
I turned it off accidentally. Okay.
Ah.
Yep. Yelp. All fixed.
Yarp.
Just like that.
Abracadabra. I'm a
Buttholes.
magician.
But these, anyway,
Mm-hmm.
these three lights just maneuver like these like large, at least from this perspective, just these large like lights that just kind of glow, and they just maneuver around.
If
Slowly.
nobody does anything, Zakria's gonna open her mouth and go, "We're just passing through. We're looking for a friend. We don't want any trouble."
Dave?
The light, like almost like in reaction to your words, just sort of like what's the term? Not recoil, just sort of back, almost like floats back for a minute, for just a second, and maneuvers forward, and those three lights seem to just disappear, and then they are hovering over the four bushes that you saw earlier, and they just begin to spin around on all one, like 2 times on the first one, second one, third one, fourth one.
Hey, we're looking for a friend, a frogman. Can you guide us there?
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Okay. Nope, that's cocked. 17.
Not too shabby. They sort of begin to move in unison, and they seem to stop over 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go back to 3, descend into the bush, and disappear.
I think we need to go into the bush.
Either that or there's something wrong with them.
Is
Like the bushes.
thing.
Let's go investigate that bush.
I think that's a good idea.
Who's investigating the bush?
I mean, I can. I'm not going to be very good at it, but, you know.
I wouldn't be very good either, but I can.
Okay,
Sure. Why not? You know, who knows?
go for it.
I'll give him help. I'll help him.
Okay. That, is a 10, but I have things, I can do, I think.
Well, if I'm giving you help,
Oh.
doesn't that give you advantage?
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess that's up to Jacob. I was gonna say, unless you want me to roll separately.
Initially, but it's fine.
Let's see.
Oh, I was gonna say if you want me to roll it, it's a 17 for me to roll it.
When...
Oh.
Because
Let's
minus
see what
1 for my
Riles got.
investigation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna need to use a sorcery point to reroll that.
Okay.
And that's a crit. That's 21.
Take my
Amazing.
18 back.
Yeah. Save it for a rainy day, as they say. Okay. That's good. So, you begin to maneuver around and kind of see, like the wind sort of picks up just a little bit as all four of these particular bushes begin to move just a tad. What you notice is right at the base where the sort of smallish tree sort of branches out into the leaves themselves is a small, what looks to be forest covering that has the outline of a large square that can be displaced.
Oh, like a door. Or, yeah. I'll attempt to open it.
Hey, be careful. You don't know who's under there.
I know, but...
Isn't it? Shouldn't you knock at someone's door before you open it?
I don't know if it's somebody's door, but I'm just gonna check, and it just might be a
Okay.
thing. I'm like, just gonna kind of like try to prop it open, just kind of like take a gander inside. Hello?
There's no response.
I don't think anybody's home, but I'm gonna open up wider.
Okay. Open it up, and you see the outline of a small makeshift ladder made of what looks to be large tree root that just descends into the ground and into the darkness.
Oh, whoa. Cool.
And after a little bit,
Oh.
you see familiar yellowish light
Oh.
about
Cool.
10 feet down.
I'm going to immediately cast Spider Climb and step down onto the wall of the thing and walk down next to the ladder.
Okay. Perfect.
Hey,
As you all see Rilo disappear into the bush.
what the fuck? Rilo,
Oh, check it
But-
out. There's a ladder. Come on, let's go.
buddy system.
I'm telling you to follow me.
Since I'm right there with Rilo, I guess I'll
Sure.
go on the Rilo with the ladder.
Or, yeah,
Come here.
Come on.
I guess the ladder's safe. I don't know.
You two
Help
go.
me.
You two go. Zakria's gonna try to find a
Oh.
point nearby
Shoot.
where she can tie one end of her rope.
I'm going to investigate the ladder as I go down, making sure that it's not going to fall out from
Alright.
underneath me.
Before
What's up?
he does that, I will climb back up real quick. I'll just drop the spell, and then I will use sorcery points and twin Spider Climb on me and Sator, and then
Nice.
we'll descend down. All right, man.
Okay.
Just follow me, Sator. You can do it.
Oh, we still need to make sure the ladder's safe, though.
Don't worry about the ladder. You can just walk on the wall. Check this out. It's like a Lionel Richie video. Come on.
Okay, down we go.
Ah, yes, the famous bard of Duval, Lionel Richie.
He's huge in Lobra, man.
Huge. Big in Lobra, as the kids say. So now we see Satir and Rilo disappear. Zakria? Dante?
Yeah. Zakria's gonna actually wait. She's gonna tie one end of her rope to one side and drop the other end of the rope down the hole. And she's gonna wait until they call up to say that they've hit the ground. And she's not gonna bother checking the ladder. She doesn't fucking trust it. But she's going to have that rope there that she tied herself that she can trust. So she's just gonna wait for their okay to to climb down.
All right.
But she's
What
gonna
about-
let them scope it out first.
Okay. What about Dante Sleepyhead?
Dante Sleepyhead. Sorry, I was a bit out of it. Dante's just
Okay.
gonna climb down the ladder because he doesn't know any better.
I love that. Okay, cool. So what you find is the outline of initially a small cave, and you see just those 3 globules of light that have descended on 3 different areas of this cave. One is a small table, appears to be the size of a dining room table, and there are a set of 3 shelves right next to a small, appears to be makeshift bed. Instead of sheets. Words are hard, everybody. There is a large sort of cover that seems to be made of leaves, and as well as a set of very familiar to everyone with the exception of Dante and Sam and Gus, a set of Duvalian plate armor.
Oh, jackpot! We found it. Zukria, this is
All right.
this is where Sven's been staying. He's got
Great.
Duvalian armor down here.
Great.
Come on down. Come down.
Zakaria's gonna, using a rope, slide all the way down.
Okay.
Just propel.
Sven, are you here?
Is it well lit in here, or is it dark?
It's fairly dark, with the exception of the globules of light. But
Sven,
at that second call, well, if it isn't my old compatriots, and one of the lights moves, and you see the outline of a small, froggish-looking gentleman wearing a long green tunic and brown slacks. I was aware of your escapade to reach me, thanks to my Will-O-Wisp friends.
Oh, that's what those were. Awesome. Hey, how you doing, man?
I've been quite well, as a matter of fact.
good to see you.
It's good to yeah.
Likewise.
It's been a while. Are you okay?
Indeed. Peaceful. Well,
A whole week and a half.
you've come all this way. I'm sure that there's much to discuss.
Yeah, just a little bit. But first, introductions. This is our friend Dante, and our friend Sam and Gus, and Horace is no longer with us, but in the bad way. And Wura is no longer with us,
Really?
like in the good way, because like,
She's out training.
yeah. But you know, we found other friends to like help us along the way. Oh, right, and Devin as well. And that was kind of the
Devin's
bad
gone
one.
AWOL.
Well, not AWOL because you did give him leave. You know.
He wasn't under my rule.
Well, you kind of told him to leave though, right?
He was gonna kill us.
All right. I don't know.
There's a lot to discuss, Ben.
I miss
I
So you know of my current status, it seems, considering you've not really reacted to what I look like.
what do you mean?
Yeah.
Told. We were told.
Exile?
I was more referring to, well,
We
all of
were
this.
sort of made aware before Devin kind of shit the fan. He explained a lot. He was apparently there when it happened.
Oh, I did see Sir Correct upon my unceremonious exit.
Oh, right, because like you're like a magic user and stuff, right?
Certainly part of it, I believe.
Yeah.
King did not take a liking to my disguise.
Yeah,
Glamour,
about
if you
that.
will.
Oh, right. Golly, I am now just getting that. Huh. Jeez.
About that. That's kind of why we're here. We wanted to get the details of what all the king said to you and how you're feeling about it. Making sure you're okay. Devin was kind of dead set on making sure you were okay, and even though he's not here, I also was. We were, I'd call us friends.
Before we get too deep into it, would you all like some tea?
We'd love some tea.
Yes.
No, thank you. I'll pass.
Dear? Or perhaps you wanted to, I've living in a swamp area, I've become a bit, party to the grog. You're probably quite familiar with. That's more your speed.
Actually, not tonight, or today, but just some water, please.
Speaking of the swamp and stuff, Sven, how have you avoided the dragon?
His influence does not make it this far, fortunately for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we were like, we got to this area and it was like chill, like we weren't being watched, and it was all like icky and gross. So yeah, I feel that's a lot
Didn't
better.
start out that way. It took several days of preparation, I will say.
Oh, cool.
And a few. Do yourselves a favor if you ever have the opportunity to. Don't stay up 2 days in a row casting purifying food and water.
Good to know.
I mean, I don't really know that spell, but yeah, I will take that under advisement.
Fair enough. Now, I see you've brought a couple of kobold friends. It's a pleasure to meet you as well. Oh, hey, sorry, I wasn't trying to like interrupt or anything like that. It's super nice to meet you. Hello. They said really good things about you and stuff.
And I can't say enough good things about Sam and Gus because they're great and do a lot of good things, and they're really great like magic users and stuff in their own right. And yeah, we love them.
Well, any trusted friend of Rilo is a trusted friend of mine then. So pleasure to meet you, Sam and Gus. And Hugh sort of like goes to he's like actually has like a small tea kettle and pours out a few receptacles as such. Please have a seat. Don't have enough for everyone. But perhaps
It's
you
fine.
know what?
I'll take the ground.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
afraid to sit
more
down.
comfortable in the dirt anyway.
Fair enough. So first things first, why don't you tell me a little bit about what happened to Horace
Oh, well,
and Devin and Worscreen?
so we tried to like Whir and I tried to like follow Horace and everything like that, like because he was like going to someplace, and he was very adamant about us not going with him and everything. But like we knew that like he really needed like the buddy system and everything like that, and so we tried to follow him there. But we kind of like I think Devin was with them or something, and or saw what happened. We didn't, but something about I don't know, eating something, and then it's like, you know, I don't know. I think my dad like was his patron and stuff, and took him, and everything or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's just like met a very unceremonious like demise and whatnot. Oh, so sad. But
Fortunate. My condolences.
yeah, I don't know.
It hit us all very hard.
Yeah. Even if Horace was kind of you know, I don't know how do you say,
Unique.
yeah, he is unique, for sure. And then, you know, we're is going to train with this dude that we knew that is just a regular dude, and he something about time and stuff, because like we found out like words from the future, and then what else? And then we were in Okeechobee, talking to this guy, this like total jerk and everything, sorcerer guy. What was his name? I don't remember, but I don't know. Devin got a little trigger happy and like shot a guy or something, and then like started this big old battle and stuff, and like Sator fell down, and I was like the only one who could see because there was magical darkness everywhere, and the guy disappeared, and he totally thought like I was gonna like counterspell it and stuff like that, but I didn't even know counterspell at the time. I still don't know it, but you know, yeah. So then after that, like, Kree was really mad and told him to go and all this stuff, and
There's more to it than that, I feel.
Well, yeah, I just like giving the Cliff's Notes version and stuff. I don't know. I'm not privy to all the details and everything like that. It's better like if I don't know stuff, because I tend to just tell people stuff.
It's all right, Rilo.
That covers the majority of it.
If I'm not saying don't trust Evan, that's entirely up to you. But promises were made and not kept. And on the want for reconnaissance, we got a fight that we were not prepared for with a pretty powerful goblin called Bradshaw.
Bradshaw, that's his name. Okay.
Devin probably saw things that we could not see and acted in the realm of self-defense when we were not being acted against or upon. We had to defend ourselves from a heavy onslaught that nearly killed a lot of us. And we're in a bad way now with said Bradshaw, in spite of not having harbored ill will about it. We were curious, we were skeptical. We didn't feel like this Bradshaw was forthcoming or on the up and up, but we're willing to talk for the sake of Okeechobee. Things didn't work out, though. So, in the interest of protecting myself and my party, I asked that Devin either get his shit together or fuck off. Devin did what Devin had to do, and he's not here with us anymore.
We see what he chose.
The equation is pretty clear, yes.
Dante wants to incite Zakria.
Sure. About what?
Cool. Yeah.
About what she just said. That is a 22.
What specifically? Like, it, because she said a lot. Is it?
About Dante leaving.
Okay. So.
Or about Devin leaving the other D guy.
I didn't catch it until literally just now.
So amazing in the best fucking way.
Yeah.
Persuasion or deception, roll them up, depending on how you're feeling about it.
She's rolling. I'm rolling persuasion because Zakria believes in what she's saying.
Okay.
Like.
I was gonna say, don't tell us, but there it is.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Natural 20 plus 8. 28.
28. God damn.
Yeah, she wholeheartedly believes in what she said, and with yeah, with a 24, I would say that you glean that even though she's still pissed off about what's happened, there's like the tiniest morsel of regret there.
Sven takes a long sip of tea. Well, you've come a long way to visit an old friend. So
yeah, it's not easy. There's 2 fucking dragons between us and you. You know that, right?
Perhaps.
no, I did not.
Perhaps you should explain to him why you're really here. Your insight into the king and him not being so upset about magic anymore.
Yeah, it's been the oddest thing. You know how I've been hiding my magical prowess from the king for I don't know how long. It's not exactly the most well-kept secret. I am what I am. I never saw fit to glamour myself about it, but
Fair enough.
you were, you know.
Probably a mistake that I made.
I
What's
wouldn't
many
call it a
others?
mistake. You did what you had to do and what you thought was protection. I can't call that wrong.
He sort of chuckles. Not exactly how I saw my retirement, but I am where I am.
Well, it's been weird to say the absolute least. While we were in Duvalia, there was this sort of coup against the peacekeepers. It starts basically there. The CMBC came up out of nowhere and started shit, essentially, calling us out. There was a hand axe thrown at us, a warning, essentially, that we should not be there. It escalated. We saw fit to fix it, but didn't really have the means or the know-how. And in trying to figure that out, we also figured out a lot of stuff, like, you know, Devin does his own reconnaissance whenever he's in the castle, you know, how close he is to the queen. It's just... It's been this long problem of us trying to figure out what's going on with the king and why Devin could no longer see the queen, and why this, you know, in the efforts of discovering who this CMBC is, we find out that there are names on a list. Names on this list that possibly mean imminent doom for said magic users. My name on that list. They were set to come to my house and retrieve me for something, and I'm never going to know what, because we fucked off before that happened. We left. I curbed the ire of a green dragon. Not for nothing. I am dirt fucking poor, Sven. It's not been the best. But we haven't been back to Duvalia. And just as we thought we were a little bit out of the grasp of the king, we go to Okeechobee. We meet at this ball for some person who seems to know of us and wants to awaken some other thing. And the king is there. the king who hands Rilo this magic scroll, the king who seems to be doing his own magics for some reason or another, and we can't explain it. He watches this fight with this dragon.
Thyreus, yeah. You know him? How well do you know him?
Pretty well.
Ah.
Well,
Insight.
Go for it.
Actually, Rilo's going to insight that as well. So I'm trying to insight as well. Oh,
Yeah, that's a 23.
ooh, spicy.
I got a 19.
Because
That's my thing. 19?
critical. That's a critical success plus 20 plus 3. So
Nice.
natural 20 and a 3.
Get that natty 20.
Get it out of here. Well, for maybe the first time since you've known Sven, he has kept his cool. He has been very, very forthright and chill. Him putting that together to say that name out loud and then like that pause as he said, I know him. There is an underlying sense of anger and resentment. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Bang, bang,
Oh.
boom.
Bing bong.
Bong.
So, that we will get into the details of when we come back.
Oh shit!
Go
that.
take your break. Go
Good button.
do your thingies.
That is a really good button.
And while we take our break, you
Mhm.
know, we're gonna play some ads and all that good stuff. And we love
Buy a
your
motherfucking T-Skeep t-shirt.
Yeah.
Peace,
That's what I put there.
keep.
Peace,
All right.
keep.
All
We're
right.
back in a few.
Bye.
Hi, buttholes!
Fuck.
Pop and lock
Yeah.
And drop it.
And drop it like
and
it's
drop it.
stuff.
Indeed. All right. Good shit. Welcome back. So, as well, we've accomplished a good bit in our first half. Avoided a strange bog of awfulness and figured out a way to find our good buddy Sven. And
Yay, Sven!
some pleasantries and tea, as well as some the fates of a few of our missing in action peacekeepers were discussed, as well as initially avoided, but the mention of Okeechobee a few times, as well as a specific ball caught a query from Sven, our Bullywug paladin friend, and that ire was gathered by both Rilo and Satir as he continues his line of questioning. What do you know of Thyreus?
Well, I'm not supposed to say like what we know, cause like it's a secret and stuff.
What do you know of Thyreus, if you don't mind me asking? Sven?
I think that's a better question, especially with that
You really reacted
Undertone.
about that guy.
guy.
Here, you have your flask.
Aye. Like always. Do you
Would
need
you
a
mind?
bit? Imagine.
He catches it with his tongue and takes and grabs it with the hand and Takes a very large goal. Places it in front of him. Yes, Cyrus and I are acquainted in a very specific way. You're of course familiar with the war that you, I suppose, ended.
Right.
At least so we've been led to believe we ended, but from what it seems, we didn't do much of anything other than postpone.
That's another question we'll need to ponder, of course, but one particular skirmish, myself, my mentor, and Lord Thyreus met on the battlefield.
Oh.
Actually, on the Matthews Bridge, as a matter of fact.
Oh, wait, I don't know that. Never mind.
Your Devon is showing.
Yeah.
And thanks to him and his compatriot Ozzy,
Jake, you got really quiet.
ooh, it was so good for so long. Okie dokie. That's weird. It just okay. Let's do this. All right. How's that? That sound pretty decent?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Thanks to him and his compatriot Ozzy, I believe. My mentor was slain, and I became, well, what you see before me.
Oh. Huh.
I have meant to return that favor in kind, but then the war ended, and the king asked me to put it aside for the sake of peace.
The same king who was at his ball.
King was at the ball.
Yeah. That's the like some of the weird stuff we're talking about. And at that ball, he gave me a scroll of like a very powerful spell.
Hey, this would be one of the reasons we came to see you, Sven, is to find out why the king seems to have flipped.
There's been a rather substantial change of heart, and we don't understand it.
We were under the working impression that someone took his place.
That jarring of a change, then.
As far as I know.
What
I don't
is
know
your-
the king. I don't know the king very well, but to go from hate magic to use magic is a pretty jarring switch.
It's a fast switch.
It's not that he wanted, or that he hated magic. It's that he wanted it all himself. What you may not know. So Sakria, backing up. You've had keys to pretty much everything in the kingdom, for the most part, in your tenure.
Relatively.
But as always, not quite everything.
Oh, of course. I expected there's always a secret. Something I'm not meant to know, and that's fine by me. It's not for me.
Sure. He's been gathering some information about this ancient artifact known as the rainbow shell.
I'm sorry, you got very quiet again. What was that?
The rainbow shell.
Rainbow shell. Okay.
Yep. Why are you doing this to me, Zoom? You fucking fuck.
Zoom's trying to fight.
Because, yeah, Zoom, I'm gonna fight you. Anyway. So that's could be part of the situation, but
he was also like, but the thing was that like the reason that, you know, like we left and we're trying to get more information was more like he was like blocking access to the queen and stuff, and acting really erratic. Like it's not just like him now using magic and stuff like that, or like being a odd proponent of it, like by giving me that very powerful spell scroll that also has to do with rainbows, and I'm not trying to make a connection, but it's really
I
difficult.
think you just did.
And
Perhaps this research is what allowed him to create this.
yeah,
Jacob, with Dante's background, would the mention of this artifact bring up anything?
Make an Arcana check at disadvantage.
Or mine with the pirates.
Nothing piratey.
All right,
Okay.
let me bring Dante up.
What about nomadic? Okay, fair enough.
While you're pulling that up,
So,
you like yeah, go ahead.
an 18 with no bonus. I rolled a natural 20 on the other die.
Wow. Yeah, because this is a bit of a stretch. But nothing comes to mind.
Okay.
It sort of like pauses for a second. This is your relation with Tyrese. Clearly, you were invited to this ball, no?
We were.
They were invited.
we
I
were,
was kind of like a +1.
Yeah.
we were invited, because he wants to summon
Invade?
Lavos, and he wants us to fight him.
Yes. That's the gist of all of it without the
Without the
I guess.
demons.
the fanfare, yeah. He was sure that after this test that he gave us, that we would be able to fight and destroy Lavos before the end of something or other.
And we did kick his ass. I kicked his ass.
I was a little dead in the water. I was here, sitting here, assuming that the king still cared that I could use magic. And was a little
Was his
useless to my
reaction to-
teammates.
What was his reaction to the name Lavos?
One of not really understanding.
Okay.
This Lavos you're referring to, that he is summoning. Do you know what it is?
Very
Destroyer of
powerful.
Worlds?
Yeah, like wasn't like a world eater or something?
At the statement "World Eater." Now that is something that I have heard before. Lavos is a new phrase or statement for me.
Yeah, it was definitely new for us too, and certainly concerning. But
No doubt.
yeah.
Sam in the background. One crisis at a time.
Uh-huh.
Have you met them, Sam and Gus?
This is the bigger task at hand than even a dragon at this point. This World Eater, what do you know of it?
At one point, I thought Ireus was the one that was creating said creature, threatening to end the world if the war didn't end in his favor.
Huh.
So Tiresias threatened to summon Lavos to end the world if he didn't win the war.
He actually stated that he created Lavos to end the war, whether it was his hand in victory or destroying everything.
And Dante's gonna look at Zachrady like, did he mention this to you when he was talking to you about it?
No.
Never said anything about creating. Said summon.
Well, I guess summoning is a type of creating, but
Well, given the
Given
context,
this information, it seems that it was more of a threat of power versus, or a bit of a half-truth.
Valerie was lying to us.
I like to think
It's also a
that,
possibility.
I don't know.
Where is he now?
He's
Where?
training right?
Supposedly, Thyreus has this ability to move through time. And that's where we're done, friends. Thank you for coming.
That was amazing. I was like, where is that coming from?
That's my doorbell.
does anybody hear that ticking? Is that Rilo's head again?
Yeah, right.
You always hear the ticking. He's always ticking.
Fries are done.
Ding,
pressure
pressure.
But damn, that was loud. Because we have the doorbell down here in the basement and stuff, so
That's amazing.
we can hear it better. But Jesus Christ, like, all right.
That's amazing. Anyway, so what business do you have with him after this training is supposed to be? You're supposed to slay Lavos after he summons it?
I
didn't agree to anything with summoning Lavos at this moment.
Right. He's firm on that. He's sure that we can slay it. However, none of us have made any promise to do so. Insofar as I'm concerned, why summon a creature just to slay it? Why not just leave it be?
because I mean,
Bringing a creature that's a world eater to our world so that we can maybe kill it sounds like a death wish.
it sounded more like a preventive measure, but certainly one that probably none of us in our natural lives would see.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. But he was sure we were destined for some reason or another to slay this creature. Also brought up, since we're going back to the fact that war is not from our time, I'm not sure, Sven, if you are aware of the weird time shit that's happening lately.
No.
So you've never been through a blue portal?
Can't say that I have.
Cool. Yeah, there's portals that take you to a different time. There's people.
Take another swig from Satir's
People like was from the future, and there are these like what's that word?
How is Dante taking this comments about time and
the
Lavos?
What's the
'Cause we didn't go into details with this stuff with him.
what is this word? The
Make an insight check.
or the
Yeah, I'll make an insight check.
not the master.
15.
15.
What is that word?
What do they read on you, Dante?
Dante seems to be more focused on what Sven's saying, but it doesn't. He's like at the mention, it doesn't seem to faze him in the slightest.
Sure.
But there's like this guy who's like a honcho of like
Guru.
guru of time and guru of heart, health, life. Then there's like another guru that I don't remember we really talked much about, I don't think.
Melchior.
We met the guru of health, life. Nice guy. You know, makes me breakfast, and but weren't we supposed to like run into like the guru of time or something like that down here somewhere or something?
He asked us to see if we could meet the other gurus, but that's a little bit past my point.
Okay.
Was not from our time, and Thyreus claimed also to not be.
Oh yeah.
But in speaking about the gurus, yes, we met Guru of Life, Melchior, and we were set to perhaps find the other gurus to do another preventative thing for something or other. I'm not 100% sure, but we were asked to travel through time to do that. And Satur and I went. We went in secret, and I'm still sorry that we did that without telling any of you. God forbid something happened. But
Were and I followed, you know.
right, still, we didn't tell you. It's neither here nor there, not important at the moment. But we went through this big blue portal, and on arriving, they said the peacekeepers just vanished. That we abandoned essentially our time, and there was war again, but then there was also peace. Like we abandoned it and shit hit the fan, and I wasn't comfortable with that, so we came back. But according to everything else, everything seems to be pointing to that we should have just stayed. That is what we were supposed to do, and stay in the future. But I couldn't do it in any sort of good conscience when there's so much work to be done here. Like, why leave and let a war start just because I know there will be peace eventually, you know? It's a lot, but I'm just trying to say that there's weird timey-wimey shit happening, and I'm not sure how to approach it. That this Thyreus claims to be from the future, that Were apparently also is, and that's why she can't explain her past, because she just simply doesn't remember it from some trauma. But the king seemed unfazed by the fact that that time travel was a thing. At least I couldn't sense any phasability in the king. Thyreus was talking openly about moving and time travel, and that we are destined to awaken or not awaken, but we were destined to fight Lavos, to end the World Eater. and I could not recognize any sort of change in the king's demeanor. He sat there or stood there just witnessing and smiling, and it was incredibly off-putting.
Oh, and the fact that he's been spying on you all.
Oh, let's not skip that fact. He openly expressed to Dante via one of his paper birds, he openly expressed to Dante that he was worried we were keeping things from him, which, to be fair, yes, this was correct. But not in the name of hurting anything in Duvalia. And he asked Dante to spy on us, that he didn't care if Dante came to us to tell us that the king asked, that the king was spying on us. He could be spying on us right fucking now, for all I know. Apologize if you don't want that shit in your house. I get it. But it's a little late, unfortunately, but I did tell him what's going on. That we're coming here to see you, because I need facts. I need to know what the fuck is going on.
We're already at the deep end of the pool.
So you just gave me a bit of information. So you're saying that you didn't go through with a set action that should have happened because you were worried about all the things you left undone.
Right.
You do realize that by doing that, you've done timey-wimey shit and have created a conundrum.
I'm not going to claim to understand how time works. All I know is that when we left, it was explained to us that because the peacekeepers left, war did happen. There was a devastating war. Will that war happen if the peacekeepers don't leave? That's not I don't want there to be war. This is why I'm a peacekeeper. I came back to prevent that. If peace stopped because I left, I could not sit on that faithfully in my good conscience.
But because you didn't leave, you've changed what happened so the war could happen, causing an endless war, therefore be no peace to be kept.
We don't know that.
We don't
That's
know
all
anything.
supposition.
Yeah. This is all like what do you call it? Like hearsay or guesstimating or whatever, like
Speculation.
speculation. Yeah.
It's a good word for it, yes.
I'm just trying to help you see the bigger picture here. When you mess with time, it's like throwing water into a pond.
So like we mess with time by not messing with time? Is that like the thing?
Well, Zakaria and Sator went through this portal to, I'm guessing, the future. Well, but they had a more adverse effect because they found out something about what happened, therefore altering what was supposed to happen, therefore changing the ripple effect in the pond.
Right.
Therefore, not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, I was just expressing what could possibly happen. And yes, it is speculation, hearsay. But who's to say that if you hadn't gone through the portal, then you never would have met me. We never would have journeyed together. But
Also supposition, I would argue, but go on.
doing this may have changed the outcome of the war happening at a specific time. It doesn't mean that it has stopped the war. These things, all these things that you have your hands in that you've left unresolved, will eventually, in theory, from things I've read, spin at different angles. Some good, some bad, maybe not. Again, just speculation, but messing with time has some type of effect on the present.
Of course it does. I'm not sure where you missed that was my intent. That I didn't like what I saw in my future, so I'm seeing fit to change it. I don't like being branded as a deserter or abandoner when I have shit to do.
But from what you said, it didn't sound like the people thought you deserted. They said you disappeared. They didn't say you deserted, from what you just said.
I believe the irony is that you made a decision with the information that you knew, and without really knowing why you disappeared.
Do I need to know why if I never disappeared?
Maybe it was for a greater cause.
Or maybe we disappeared still, just in a different way. Because, like, we basically disappeared from Duvalia to come down here, and the only person that really knows we're here is the king.
Or you disappear regardless, and that fact didn't change what happened. It's a lot.
That's so much. Oh, my brain hurts.
One way or another, even as a person who believes in divinity, my fate is my own. I am responsible for what I do and nothing else.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think that you made the wrong decision based off of the information that you had. But it's also worth at least looking at the fact that that information could have been the same regardless of if you walk through that portal or not.
That's fair. We just won't know, though. Ever. There's no way of knowing that unless we meet some said guru of time. Nothing can be said about it, because really all we are is just throwing rocks in a pond, hoping that one of the ripples will get us to shore. It's all guessing.
They call that hope.
It's hope or it's guessing. I don't like guessing. But I don't mind a little trickle of hope. I know where I can place my hope. I can place it on myself, and I can place it on my compatriots. That is what I'm putting my faith in.
Well then, that hope finds you here, in a cave, hiding from an ancient black dragon. So,
Speaking of hiding, what if you didn't have to hide? When was the last time you put on that armor?
he looks over to it, actually gets up, and goes to a small shelf. And at the light itself, initially when in the room, sort of hid this, but he reaches forward and grabs what appears to be the like half of a sword. Like the blade itself is like shorn in the middle. Places it on the table. The other half is in the dragon.
The grave. So.
Did you face it on your own?
Let's face and more attacked.
Huh.
Ah,
You really do belong with this group.
I didn't attack it on my own.
Who did you attack it with?
That's not my story to tell. Before we get into that specifically, obviously covered a lot and talked about a lot. What do you mean to do about the dragon?
So we made a deal with this kid. Take him out.
And at that point, Iran, and like there's like he actually just like
Lex. He's an ally.
Yeah.
It's for now.
No,
No
we have a
offense.
deal. He's an ally. Sven, this is Eneron. Eneron, this is Sven. Your mic got quiet.
well, pleasure to make your acquaintance. Are you gonna help us kill my father or what? Appreciate your voraciousness. First, I need a new sword.
Oh.
But given what we're talking about here, I think I know someone that would be interested in helping.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and who makes that to be?
I'm all ears.
So, there's a near to the grave. Actually, matter of fact, you probably should know true name of this dragon here. You guess where you eat him. Which does anyone actually know? Because does anyone know Draconic?
Yes, Dante does.
No.
Dante does.
So immediately, Dante, you realize how on the nose the grave is, because that loosely translates from Draconic to Common to the grave. As I mentioned, I was not alone in this attack.
Wait. Are you gonna tell me that the person that you're gonna mention right now is like a dragonborn?
No.
Oh, okay.
Matter of fact, his lip kind of curls into a grin. You share quite an interesting kinship.
Huh?
And kind of pauses for a second. You know how way back when we were in the castle, I mentioned that I'd never met a tiefling before?
Right? Huh.
You're not the only one.
I'm not the only one.
No. Hilda Wilderfist.
Say that one more time.
Tilda Wilderfist.
Sounds lovely.
Tilda.
Quite a spunky one. I think you'll like her. See, she led, both her and her, the local forces against the dragon. Unfortunately, it did not go well. They lost quite a many folks, including her father. And, well, the council that seems to surround them don't see reason to continue this fight any longer. But perhaps your influence could do a little bit of guidance, perhaps, and maybe we do stand a chance.
I want to go to there.
Well, we cut east about 2 days. We can make that happen. But we'll need to be very careful. Because we don't need a ancient black dragon finding out we're heading towards them.
Ancient, you said.
Ancient? Oh boy.
You all still want to do this?
Yeah.
Well, Sven got away with his life. I don't see why we couldn't.
But he also defeated apparently a formidable force.
So did we.
We'll get some scrapes. But we came here prepared to die anyway. Maybe that's how we disappear.
It's already been destined that we do.
I've been prepared to die like most of my life, so, you know.
If you're confident that we can take this on, Sven.
Not. Well, I wasn't confident that you would find the queen now, was I?
You kept that pretty close to your chest, I'd argue. Always a professional.
Not anymore. I'm retired, remember?
Just because you don't have a... what? Just because you're retired or, quote, don't have a job doesn't mean you can't be professional. Your craft is your craft.
Can't do much without a sword, though.
We can fix that.
Who's closest to Sven on sitting at the table?
I'd say probably me.
On the blood channel of the blade, it says M-A-S-A. Which out of game, Jess knows a little bit about.
What's
A lot of it about.
What's the what are the letters there? They're probably just half a word.
Well,
I'm
the
guessing.
first half of the name of the sword,
Oh,
Masamune.
Masamune. Is it a was it a sentient sword?
Manner of speaking.
Oh, that's hard.
Can't quite hear anything on it now, but
Yeah, it's hard to restore that, but it's not possible. Just have to find the right person.
well, perhaps. My hope was to, at some point, hopefully gather the other half and take it to Milky.
So we're gonna need to get you another sword in the meantime, I guess, right?
Indeed.
So you can retrieve the other half.
Yes.
Well,
Hopefully Tilda will lend me a blade.
Did he say the sword's name out loud, Jacob?
You did.
Being an archaeologist, does it ring any bells?
Make an Arcana or History check.
I'll do history. It's only a 12, so
12. Mm-mm. Nah. But we'll need to convince them to get involved. I've certainly failed at that a few times myself.
fail at what?
Failed at going after the dragon, of course.
Oh. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Of course.
I have a feeling that it might be a little bit tricky, but I think between all of us, we have a chance.
Slides the flask back over to you, Satir.
So tell me about Tilda.
Well, honey horns, kind of like you.
Uh-huh.
Reddish skin,
Oh.
feisty like you.
I wouldn't say I was feisty,
you're feisty.
but okay.
That is a good thing.
Mean left hook.
Oh. Huh.
Intelligent. Super defensive.
Fighter type or
Oh, definitely.
nice.
Soft side, just like you.
She wield magic?
It's quite like you. Bit of
Wield
the
magic like us?
less so, more around the elements and a good punch or kick. If you catch my drift.
Ah,
Huh.
like we're
Yes.
understood.
Hey, that she's 2 days from here,
Yes.
so then I guess we have to get to move on. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
4 days to travel, that we, not counting, or more, depending on how long it takes us to convince. So we better get to moving.
that is a good point.
We need to move quick, but quietly.
Right.
What's the town name that she's at? There's just an outpost.
Say that one more time. I didn't catch that.
What's, where's she? What's the? Does she live in a town or is it just an outpost?
There's a village that's on the outskirts of about 3 or 4 miles from the dragon's lair. So, the phrase "in the storm" definitely applies.
Something to consider. We have that creature that we were commissioned to slay. in return for some money.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't think we're on a time crunch for that, but he did check in.
He was very upset when you checked in.
I'm less concerned about that, and I gotta. I don't know. I gotta meet this person.
I'm also less concerned, but what I'm saying is we head east, we meet this person, especially because Okeechobee is on our way east.
Right.
Well, you know, they're between us and Okeechobee, so we go there, meet them, propose that we fight this dragon, right? Tell them, don't make a decision now. Think on it. You have to hit up Okeechobee and we'll be back. Drop off our piece, collect our money, return upon their decision, and go from there. We get money, we drop off whatever mushrooms we've picked so far as well, get more money from that. And maybe with some money while we're in Okeechobee, we pick up Sven a fucking sword. We pick up that armor that I had commissioned a while back. And we pay our buddies Sam and Gus for those rings that we've been looking for.
Like you've got a plan.
Yeah.
Well, only if my team agrees.
I mean, that's why you're the leader.
Sounds good to me. As long as no one has any objections, we can get. Once we get out of the forest, we can get back on the cart and make at least a little good time.
I could cast Pass Without a Trace.
That was going to be my question.
How do we get out of here expeditiously and quietly?
Yeah, so that would definitely be a big help in that direction. And of course, Sakria, that's a great plan.
Quick point of order.
Foresight.
Hmm.
Yeah, point of
Do you
order.
have means to cross the lake?
Across the what now?
The lake.
What
How
lake?
big is this lake?
Right? You didn't see it when you walked it before you walked in?
Well, yeah, but
We didn't have to cross it.
yeah. But we-
Kind of went
Yeah.
around it.
Oh no, not that one. The one that's upstairs.
Oh, right. Yes. We don't have means to cross that as of right now that I can think of. Unless, and Zakaria's gonna like take a second to think on like the things she can do, the abilities her goddess has bestowed upon her.
I can turn into something in the water and swim you all across.
How far
Screw it.
across is it? Because depending on how far across it is, I could fling a bunch of people across it.
Some of us were like, we can turn someone into whatever Dante turns someone into.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can also
Worked
like,
well the first time.
I can also cast fly on like 2 different people. That lasts for 10 minutes.
Or I could turn into something large that flies. We have options. Just know
Ben
that
kind of chuckles. like you, so you did have a way.
Well, we have lots of ways.
I
It's just a
was
matter
I
of,
was
like, getting there.
napping earlier.
Fair enough.
What big? I mean, we didn't have to cross it before. Is there a reason why we'd have to cross it now? Is
That
it
would
faster?
that would cut us a couple of hours.
And would that also avoid the grave, possibly?
No, that's just on the way.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could turn Melora into something that swims.
So
We have ways.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then I can make Satur and I fly. Sam gets already fly. Dante can fly. and then you could swim across on Melora and Sven. Like, is it like bad to assume that like you can swim really well?
First question.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Is there anything in the lake that we have to be careful of?
Oh yeah, that too.
I haven't quite gone exploring that much. I've not been here that long.
Oh, but you did purify it, right?
I did.
We have means of making everyone fly.
But just because I purified it doesn't mean that that someone has made a new home because of it.
Right. Oh, right.
If anything, in hindsight, it's probably more of an invitation.
Huh.
Didn't think that through.
I can summon some friends and we can all travel the same way.
Oh, but yeah, like Sam and Gus, do you guys have like, do you guys know how to twin? Do you twin?
Oh yeah.
You twin, bro?
Twin, bro.
Right,
Dave
yeah.
is showing.
Yeah, because like you totally twinned the T-Rexes. So
Yeah,
like,
man.
So like you could,
Never done that before. That was wild. I didn't know if it was gonna work.
I could make Sator fly. You could turn like Zakria and Sven into something that flies. Dante can turn into something that flies. We can all fly. We can all fly.
Oh my god, I'm getting really excited.
I am too.
Sorry.
Sorry. Twinning is really cool, and
Yeah.
yeah. It's a sorcerer thing. Okay. All right.
Or they could save their spell slots for something more offensive in case we do run into the grave. I can summon some friends who can turn everyone into something that can fly.
What? You can summon friends that can turn us into things that can fly?
Yes.
I have a headache.
What kind of friends are these?
They're Fae.
Oh, shit. We were just talking about this while you were sleeping, man. Oh, man, you don't fuck with the Fae, but...
Oh,
okay.
no, these are really nice Fae.
Okay. I believe you.
Is one of the things that also happens now that I'm been struck by lightning so many times, I think.
That gets like a big reaction from Sven. Like, what?
You know how I was able to be underwater all that time when we were at Fiona's?
Uh-huh.
That I can share that gift with everyone here.
Oh. That's helpful, too.
Dante kind of looks down at the ground.
That's all very good. Options, man. Options are good. It's good to know.
It just means I have to be angry why I like it, but
Oh, I don't like that plan.
but it's not a problem.
It's
But,
like plan D, you know?
I just figured I'd put that out there if it needs it. You just have to stay close.
Let's see.
I don't know, but that's definitely like not near the top of the list, because Sator gets angry, it's just like all hell breaks loose, man.
I just figured I'd point that out, that you guys don't have to spend any spell slots. We could swim across.
Well, we
be
don't
able
have
to
to
breathe.
spend any spell slots in my trunk. Jeez, what's in this tea, man?
Amazing.
But, we don't have to do that because Dante
Take
can
a wisdom.
summon Fae and stuff that can do that. I'm not freaking out about this at all.
But I figured it's the least consumption of our abilities. If we're talking about what we have available.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I just figured I'd share.
Well, in order for that to work, you probably have to stay angry, right?
As long as I don't pass out, I can stay angry.
To stay angry, you have to swing at something or be hit by something, right?
Relentless rage. Just a TC con save. Oh, not that one, but yeah. Anyway, it's as long as it's less than 10 minutes, I should be okay.
Let's make that plan. Plan D. I agree with Rilo. We don't know what's in this lake or whatever it is. We don't know exactly how long it's going to take to cross. And I'd really rather not have you pass out with the rest being so reliant on your water breathing.
Well, for me, it's always there. Even when I'm not mad. But, yeah, fair enough. I just figured I'd share.
No, this is good, Sator. Thank you. The more options we have, the better prepared we are, right? And we've reached a point where we have a lot of options for a lot of things that we want to do. Which is scary in itself.
But anyway, we guess we should probably get going. What choice are we picking for crossing said lake?
Let's hear just a moment. Before we get going, I want to bring us back around to Therius for a moment.
Okay.
What is your relationship now?
Currently perceived acquaintances. I don't believe I would say allies. We are not in bad standing.
I would say it's complicated.
It's complicated, but not negatively. He seems to trust us. We do not trust him.
Aye, that would be the way to word it.
I kind of trust him, but I don't know. I got a good feeling from the guy. I don't know why.
Sam's just like, I kind of like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty cool for
Sven, we've worked together at least once or twice. You know that I don't trust someone unless I've seen their actions up front. I have not worked with him at all. I don't trust anybody until I see their actions. So, take that as you will. I know I trust the people in this room. As far as he goes, Therius is one of those that I keep at arm's length. So that way when I hit him with Mary, he would go down hard. If needed.
Leans forward, kind of at sort of, especially at that enact or conversation of violence. I owe him greatly.
Hey, well, I'm sure that if it's one thing that we need to make sure he repays a debt, then we make him repay his debt.
And he sort of takes his hands, places it on the sword. To be very clear, I will ensure personally that he breathes his last in front of me.
Do you know how to fly?
No.
Okay, in your confrontation with him, I'll make you fly. You're gonna need it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a thing, Sven.
He
You need
bested our best warriors just by flying.
You won't do it twice.
That's where the twinning comes in.
I think we're gonna call it there.
Stay out of reach.
Twinning!
Wow, 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 wow. Okay. A lot has been revealed. Intentions stated. Then we go going swimming and or flying next time on episode 35. So 35, baby. That's my age. My campaign is as old as me.
Youngin.
Yeah.
Just a wee baby.
Just a way,
Oh.
babe.
I just realized this Felway's not here. I'm the baby now.
Yeah, you are.
Fuck! It's true. I'm not an adult.
It only took you like 10 episodes.
Telling you, we keep
It's
talking
true.
about ancient dragons and stuff like that. This
Oh my God.
this panel up here is like full of ancient dragons,
Yeah, yeah.
And
By the way,
one
speaking of that,
child.
I love that I've mentioned that it's an ancient dragon like a quadrillion times, and everyone's like, every time it comes back up, everyone's like, huh?
Well, no, I think we as players know. I don't think it's been mentioned to our characters that it's an ancient dragon. 'Cause every time we asked
Interon
about
has
its
mentioned
age.
Interon's mentioned it.
And that's why Dante keeps bringing up the fact that he doesn't want to do this.
Yeah,
In not so many
Interon's
words.
mentioned it. Yeah.
It's all good. If we're capable of fighting the World Eater, I think we can take an ancient dragon. Jeez.
But technically, we're in training to get ready to fight the World Eater.
Hey,
This is how
Building
you
it
train,
up.
man. That's how you train.
yeah, you punch up, as the kids say. Anyway, so as always, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you super so much. But we're also doing a bunch of
Your mic is cutting out again, Jacob.
mother fuckity fuck. Hold that fucking fuck.
It's literally all I hear
There we
is
go.
mother.
Yeah. There we go. It just up and down, son of a bitch. Anyway, so as always, thank you so much for being here. But of course, you should see what we're up to when we're not hanging out in Urahasu and swamps and maybe fighting ancient dragons and Tarasks and shit. Good stuff. So,
Yeah, buddy.
so since he didn't get a chance to say hello earlier today, we'll start with Jeremy.
Hi, everybody. I've been everybody's favorite druid. I think I'm kind of growing on Zakria now. I don't know.
We'll see.
But you can find me here bi-weekly for Duval Dragons on Sundays. You can also find me this Tuesday here on this very channel with Maddie and Jess as we do another episode of Ravenloft, King of Ravens. They are in the city that has never fallen with the Mantis clan right now. A lot of things going on. We've got a character that's been thrown in the pokey. They're going to meet some people from Jurahasu. next episode, possibly. That never got to be to light because the person that they're tied to is no longer in this campaign.
It happens. What can you do?
It does.
It does. Cool. Chris!
Oh, it's me, huh? Well, hi,
Yeah.
guys. I'm doing all sorts of fun stuff, and I'll put the link tree in the chat as soon as I grab the link. But, so yeah, we're doing fun stuff over at Badlands D&D, getting ready for the Labor Day event. Hopefully, if you guys are around for Labor Day, you can come up and see me. Just since we've started down the trail of our custom one-shot that we do for every since we do a custom one-shot for every year, we have finally got down, and I'll spoil it for everyone that's listening. It's kind of in the realm of horror this year. So if you're
horror,
yes, it's quite delicious. We sat down, the DM sat down last night and kind of got through all of the bits and bobs, and I'm just antsy to get it finished. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. We're gonna have everyone tweaking by the time the thing's all done. Everyone's gonna be twitchy, they're all gonna be twitchy by the time. Even people who are not playing in the game are gonna be twitchy because of how creepy we're gonna make this one. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I love it. But yeah, other than that, we're having fun over at Badlands D&D. Come over and say hi. But that's me, guys.
Yeah. Jess, what's up?
Oh, hi, guys, gals, non-binary pals and buttholes. It's me. I'm just some FreckleSketches everywhere. You can find me here fortnightly, 3 times a week. That's every other week, 3 times a week. Here doing Duval Dragons as Wonderful Zakria, or every other Tuesday as Liar. my fun warlock blood hunter, or over on every other Wednesdays. It's for Dragonlance Legacy of Chaos, where I play the sweet and lovable, adorable small baby Articia. Otherwise, you can find me on my own channel, twitch.tv/FreckleSketches, where we play video games. I sometimes do art, and we shoot the shit and kill a lot of Pokemon. It's been a really fun go. It's a really fun go. We just beat the Pokemon League. Yes, we are. We are murderers. We are, in fact, murderers.
Love to see.
But yeah, drop the link tree right there for you. But
Yeah.
we just beat the Pokemon League and the 3 Kanto gym leaders. We're zooming through it. We're getting comfortable, which means somebody's gonna die.
So fast. It was so fast.
It's so fast. Nate plays the game so fast because Sam and I were losing our shit the whole time. We got lost. But yeah, there's our link tree. Follow, like. I'm on Instagram, Tweeters, Facebook, you name it. If it FreckleSketches, hit me. Thanks for coming out here, buttholes. We really appreciate you spending time with us today.
Yeah. True that. Maddie.
Hi, I'm Maddie, aka SoMattyGameZ. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm the guy whose name is on the channel. See, I didn't say dumbass this time.
Good.
Yay.
Super talented dude.
I run a lot of games here. I play a lot of games here. And we are a lot of good stuff was mentioned. Tomorrow we've got Dr. Where the Fuck, which is a game run by our good friend Ryan, which is also very timey-wimey and spacey and stuff. And a lot's going on there. We 3-way split the party. So that should be great. Then Tuesday, of course, we have Ravenloft. Wednesday, we have Dragonlance Legacy of Chaos, where the folks have essentially met their boat. Because their tiefling friend Sandy, formerly a Kender, won a boat in a poker game. And it's not just any boat. It's like a magnificent mansion boat. It's an
Yeah.
awesome fucking boat. And they met the commander, who is like a super hot, like
Hot.
not
Are
person.
any of your NPCs not super hot though, Maddie? I feel like all your NPCs are super hot.
No,
They're pretty
I mean, it depends on your perspective and stuff like that, really. Because that's usually not a
That's a
basic,
yes.
really. This one though,
Yes.
like, man, I even built out the Hero Forge, and goddamn, I am definitely polysexual. Anyway, so but yeah, so there's more to that, and because they were talking about the deck of many things from the one shot, and Sandy pulled out something out of her pockets and
That was
asked,
so funny.
and asked, was it like this? And that's where we ended. So
I got the session. Yep. That's so funny.
so we'll come back to that as
Dude.
as Dana quits the game.
Yeah. Yep.
Dana had enough of that shit when
Dana
we were
fucking
over
hates
on,
that deck.
on Tal'Dorei World and Chaos. But anyway, so we'll see Wednesday, and then we've got Thursday. We've got the Call of Cthulhu Season 6 going on. So a lot going on right here, and we are changing up our Star Trek game as I return with a couple new cast members and a whole new system and a whole new ship, as I will be the captain, and our ship is called USS Solidarity. And we found this really great quote from our current vice president that we'll be using, which is our unity is our strength, and our diversity is our power. And so those are the what we're building this this new Star Trek game with, and I'm very excited for it. And that's the Tuesdays opposite of Ravenloft, King of Ravens. Sam is returning, I'm returning, and Dana's returning. We've got Jay Big Barda from the network, and we've got a new person. Their name is also Jess, and they are fairly new to gaming. This is going to be their first stream game for sure, and really excited for that. Dana's returning, and Ryan is going to be our full-time GM. So we're really excited, and we're using a hack of Call of Cthulhu 7th edition, tailored to Star Trek, that we hacked on a Morning Madness tabletop workshop right here a couple weeks ago. So come check it out. Should be a lot of fun. And yeah, I still haven't decided if I'm making a new character or if I'm bringing back Stoddy. We'll see. Oh, right. I'm also a graphic artist and stuff, and I do things, and I own So Nerdware, and you can like go down and get these like really cool Duval Dragons tumblers.
Whoa! You said you're talking about it like it's like not the fucking bee's knees. Look at this shit. Fucking
So
look at this. Look at our beautiful heckin' overlay.
It makes me emotional.
It's amazing.
Also, the emotional damage tumblers are and pint glasses, and
I bought 4 Duval Dragons pint glasses. I have a problem.
notebooks, and
Not enough alcohol to put in it.
all sorts
You
of
never
new,
know.
gear items.
I was just saying, we just need to be down there to drink out of them with you.
I'm all. Oh yeah. I wasn't fucking around when I said 100th episode is at my house. I don't give a fuck how long if it takes Maddie a month to drive.
I mean, it wouldn't take a month. It would take at least 3 or 4 days. You know,
Road trip.
very far, very far. That's for sure.
Literally the ass end, the opposite end.
I know, for real, for real. At least you're not in Miami.
And not for play.
You know,
Yeah, right. Fuck that.
I know, for real.
Gayville.
So
Well,
that's me in a nutshell, like the largest nutshell ever.
that's a big ass nutshell. Anyway, that's amazing, and that's totally cool because it's
Hi,
your
Maddie.
channel, so it's a
Shit.
big-
Commission Maddie, please.
But-
Thank you.
Jacob,
Yes.
where can
Buying.
people find you? What are you up to?
Hi,
man?
hi everybody. My name is Jacob Plick. I use him pronouns, and I need a haircut so badly. But I'm lazy, so and my fucking microphone is being an asshole. So this week is pretty busy. Tuesday, Eulalia 5-year Red Wall story, 8 p.m. Eastern time, episode 10. Shit's about to get really wild because they're about to come into direct confrontation with the Unwanted, who's been threatening to tear down the walls of Redwall Abbey. And all I know is that there's a large cloud of magical darkness heading their direction. Should be fun. Then Wednesday, of course, Duval's gaming journey will be. We're actually almost at the end of Chrono Trigger. I could beat it literally Wednesday, but we got side quests to do, including the Rainbow Shell, which just had a mention tonight. Which I'm really excited because I've been waiting to say the words Rainbow Shell for literally 2 years. There's a lot of things I've been waiting to say. This was a big, 2 years in the making level of conversation and lore. So really, really excited about all that. So that'll be, of course, once again, 8 p.m. as the Zoom keeps telling me that I'm too loud. So go fuck yourself, Zoom. So that's Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday, Outcast and Outclass, our Strength of a Thousand's AP Pathfinder 2E game, which is super amazing. Episode 12. Speaking of, we're joking about time skips. We just had a year-long time skip that we get to resolve on next Thursday. So that should be really good. And seeing how my super immature loud Kitsune summoner will have matured, probably literally 0. So that'll be good to find out. And also, I'm gonna put my link tree in the thing too, but also Saturday is a particularly cool day because at 5 p.m. Eastern time, I'm gonna be doing a Extra Life one shot for extra D&D 5e one shot for Extra Life. It will be right here, well, not right here because it'll be on the GR Cruise Twitch channel. However, it will take place in the world of Yorohasu. The one shot is called Chillin' in K-Dub. So we'll be hanging out in Tanamiana, which is one of 3 things that I need to send to Jess to make look pretty and nice and stuff. There will be key lime pie, and I'm sure nothing bad will happen as these adventurers are going to be on vacation.
Yeah, right.
Nothing. Everything's going to be just fucking fine. And then of course next Sunday, Dragonlance Dragons of Rebirth, where speaking of emotional damage, Maddie is trying to kill all 3 of my Professor Isonovs in one sitting. Emotionally, it's working for at least one of them. Because how do you process when you find out that there's more than one of you? Very directly, because it was in your dreams and that's cool and stuff, but now people know you and know other you. It's terrifying. So that's, of course, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. So a very busy week, and then we'll be back here, back at it like a bad habit for episode 35 of Duval Dragons and all the other shit that I normally do. So, lastly and most importantly, before you get out of here, just a reminder: Black Lives Matter. I'll say it again. Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate. Trans rights are motherfucking human rights. Especially shout out to trans black women, you super badasses. And of course, we're really glad that you're here and glad that you're breathing, because breathing sometimes can be really difficult when all the shitty shit is happening in the world. We're glad you're here. Glad you stay with us. Don't go nowhere. We like having you around. So with that, Maddie with us. What the fuck we raiding? Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Free the fucks and all the butts. There we go.
That's right.
There it
Buttholes!
is.
There we
That's the cherry on top of
Yes.
the butthole.
Cherry on top of the butthole.
That's a shirt.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a shirt.
I
Probably Maria's.
I heard what I said. But we are going to raid our friend JB. Hold
Let's
on.
get up to it.
JB is playing Elden Ring, apparently. So let me get back to there it is.
Beautiful heck in a game.
Because I always have to go to like the main channel just to see the lower number folks. And because I don't want to raid people with like viewers, I want to raid people that are just like chilling and not expecting us, you know?
Yeah.
So let's go surprise JB.
Surprise, motherfucker. Drop some Duvals in there.
Drop some Duvals.
Yeah.
Drop some buttholes.
Buttholes.
and,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But in real life, never drop your butthole. Okay.
No, that's
That might
bad.
hurt.
That's called anal prolapse, and you don't want it. Okay.
And we're gone.